What's going on, traders? In today's video, I'm not only going to recap my trade, but I'm also going to talk to you a little bit about how I'm able to lock in 2 to 5% profit on a consistent basis. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'm on a mission to grow a $200 stock account from January 1st this year to $25,000 by the end of the year. So follow along as I try to grow this account because we're hovering right around $2,500 right now. It's a great accomplishment. We're in April and sky is the limit. Now, we're going to go over our trade. We took this trade live with our LTE team, our Learn to Earn team that I go live with every single morning at market open, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. That's where you get to come in and watch me actually take these trades, get inside my head, and understand the thought process behind every single move I make, whether it's buying at a low level or at a crossover or reversal area, buying at a previous support, and then when to lock in profits at previous resistance levels, change in direction, or when areas of consolidation occur and we just want to take profit for signs of weakness. Now, there's a variety of ways to make money. My style of trading is not for everyone. I do want you to know that. There are multiple ways to make money. You can go long on companies, you can short companies, you can trade options, NASDAQ, futures, crypto. This strategy actually works for everything. It's all about risk management, and it's all about making sure that we let our winners ride. We understand direction, and we get to enjoy more of the profits more consistently by being patient and identifying good setups with compared to bad setups. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of little information here, a lot of little tidbits of some good knowledge in this video. They're not super structured. These are just kind of videos I put my mind out there and just kind of let my mind flow, right, with what I'm trying to explain. So being able to lock in 2% today, almost $40 on a small account is not bad at all. We're of course getting into those $200 days. As you can see here, yesterday we locked in $90 or 5%. Okay, a few days before that, day before that we locked in, let's see, where do we got here? $44, about 2%. We made 3% on a TQQQ position, and then we made another 3% on an SQQQ position. So I'm not really biased. I pretty much trade the same things all the time. And if you're wondering what we're looking at our Learn to Earn Discord, 100% free. You can click the link in the description below. But what we did today was we identified a good setup here when it crossed over this moving average at around 7:50 this morning. We bought 10 shares. We waited for direction to be clear. We identified support and resistance levels, and it's still trading within this range now at this time period at almost 12 o'clock. Okay, so we did a great job by identifying upward direction, that this was going to be the low around 37.40s, 37.50s for SQQQ. Now I want to remind you, for anyone who's just tuning in, who's not following along with the journey just yet, first smash the like button and subscribe, but also what we like to do is find these support and resistance levels first. Where's the support pre-market? Okay, it was hovering right around 36.80s, 36.90s. Where was resistance? Resistance was around 39.26. And I want to remind you, SQQQ is a 3 times or a triple leveraged ETF that shorts the NASDAQ market. So by identifying that the NASDAQ market, or QQQ, was in a state of, I'd say decay, but a state of sell-off, right? It had this selling pressure, this basically decline here, this bear wedge I would call it, making lower highs during the pre-market session and continuing to make lower highs as we go throughout the day. Now, yes, big green candle here. I want you to know I don't hold any of these positions overnight, so if you're trying to get into a trade right now, remember, this is a trade recap. The trade already happened. We are recapping the trade to identify where we could be better traders, where we can learn from any mistakes I may have made today, and where we can actually grow and learn from our successes as well, right? So by identifying that this was actually in a downtrend and very choppy downtrend, we were able to say, okay, it's below this moving average, let's take a trade. And so we ended up taking a trade right around this level here. Okay, right when it crossed at, what would I say, 750, right here. It was a little early, I'm not gonna lie, SQQQ, I took that position a little early, came down a little bit, and this would have been a great area to load up. So by identifying like, hey, this is a low area, we could load up at this point. It was a nice solid support level. Never once did it break this support level. Well, it actually did break it once right here. So that would not have been a good place to buy more, okay, by identifying that. But by knowing, look, support was down here, we had plenty of room for it to come down. That's what I was hoping for. It'd come down to about $37 and I could pick some up at 37. Now, sometimes this is going to happen. Just because we draw a line and just because it's touched there before doesn't necessarily mean it has to come all the way back down. And then you can actually lose out on this beautiful trade setup we had by having your limit order too low, by not buying at these lower levels, right? Now, by being a perfect trader and buying at 37.30s up to these 39.50 levels, that was a almost 6% profit, or $2.20 per share. Now, if you're new here, you're like, $2, that's nothing. But it is when you buy more than one share, and that's what you can do here. 10 shares would result in, would I say $2? $20. 100 shares would be $200, so it's pretty significant. Now, by buying at 37.85, I set up a good little level here of average above the moving average, right? And as it pushed up, it got rejected, and then it pushed up above this moving average. That's where I got real heavy, and I bought 10 shares at 38.07, another 10 shares at 38.18, and then another 10 shares at 38.24 as this was stair-stepping up. Now, what can I do better on this? By identifying that, hey, this is, you know, one, I didn't want to miss out on this rally if it did push up like this, because it does happen. And I only didn't want to have 10 shares or 20 shares. I wanted to really load up. But what we can do better next time is wait instead of buying in blocks like this. Buy here. Maybe you buy 10 here. Wait for this to come back down for that retest. You buy here or at the next sign of it going up. This could have very well went against me. I could have been in 40 shares and been down $40. Okay, we could have been having a whole different conversation. And I want you to know, for anyone tuning in, I do have red days, and they're going to happen. But if we can keep our red days small and very few, and we keep our winning days a little more and, you know, a longer consistency, then you can be more profitable. I've had 12-day consecutive green days. I've had 7-day win streaks, 5-day win streaks. Right now we're on, I think, 3 again, a 3-day win streak. And then you get your one loss, and then you continue on. If you have 5 trading days and one of them is red and one of them is break even, you still have 3 green days, you're positive. If you have 3 red days and 1 break even and 1 green, that's not so good, right? We want to make sure we have more green days, positive days than red days. Now, by identifying, we waited, we were, you know, patient. I believe at one point we were down maybe $20 or $30, you know, so by also being able to control emotion, you know, some people would stop out and lose 20. What we did good was just hold on. We stayed true to our plan, and as this pushed up, we were able to ride the momentum up. Now, at one point, we were up $50 at this all-time high right here, and that would have been a great place to just sell all and get out. What I did was I had a stop loss set, and as this pushed up, our moving average, or my moving average, was down here somewhere. It was like right in this area. And as the position rose, what I did a good job by, let's see, maybe we could use purple. Maybe we could use purple. As this pushed up, I slowly increased my stop to 38.60. And you could watch this in the live stream. Just go back and watch it. It's 100% free. after this video, okay? Pushed up to 38.60, came down, didn't touch. I moved it up to 38.80. It came all the way down to 38.80 and it didn't touch. And then it pushed up to 39.40s. I brought it up to $39 even. And I said, look, guys, this is already a green trade. We made money. From this yellow line here to this purple line was the $36.56, $38, whatever it is. And sure enough, it went up, pushed up one more time. When I pushed that up on this red candle right here, it came down. I thought it would break. It didn't. And it actually pushed up a little bit more. But by identifying, hey, we had to stop at $39 even, 40 shares, and that's all it takes to make a quick, dollar per share basically. We bought at 38. It was like 38.03. We sold at 39. 40 shares, 40 bucks. Not bad at all, right? 100 shares, that would have been $100. Same setup. If you had 500 shares, $500. If you had 50 shares, $50, whatever it is that you're comfortable trading with, whatever your account size is, these areas are great opportunities to make money. Now, what do? We flipped. Once we bought SQQQ and we identified that this was actually reversing, we switched and we bought into TQQQ. Now, I didn't hold this long enough. We only made $2, but the point was we made 1% on this. So we made 2% on one trade, flipped, came back to TQQQ, and made 1% on this trade. I bought 5 shares at $45.50, which was literally right here on this green candle as it was pushing up. A lot of consolidation, and this red candle here is where I had my stop at $45.79. I got stopped out. So sometimes stops aren't the best to have, especially if you have a very small stop. Having a nice spread, like if it's, here at 45.80, maybe you don't have your stop right here, right? Maybe you have it a little bit more down here. And give it room to breathe. So as this goes up, this stop goes up with it. If this goes up to the next candle, you push this up. This goes up to another candle. You push this one up. That one goes up. This one goes up. And then as it comes down, you get stopped out. And that's how you can maximize the amount of money you make. Now, again, got stopped out here. This was a nice little 3 or 4% trade, though. From the area bought at 45.50 to where it started coming down, that was a 2% trade or $1 per share. So again, $1 per share. 40 shares, $40. 100 shares, $100. So we did a great job by identifying direction today, especially when the market is super choppy. Usually it doesn't look like this, but nonetheless, locked in profits, another 2% on the day. It's Friday, so we get to end the week in the green, another solid week trading. And again, go back and watch this recap. You can watch all week long. I have now recently put the day of the week, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You could find them that way, and the date. So Monday, so like today's Friday the 11th, Thursday the 10th. If you have a specific date you'd like to look at, we are now categorizing it that way. And hopefully I gained your guys's follow and subscription, I guess you would say. Subscribe to the channel. I hope I earned it. And we will see you all for a couple new series. We have, of course, our Sunday Stock Talk, where we go over the game plan for the week and basically stocks we're looking at and overall market direction. And then on Saturday, I'm incorporating a new series. Last Saturday was the first time doing it on the channel, but we're going to be doing a dividend special on Saturdays. Basically, we're going to be talking about long-term investing, stocks you want to hold forever, and the best part is companies that pay monthly paying dividends, companies that pay you money every single month for holding shares. I'm super excited. It's something I've been doing even longer than day trading. I started with dividend investing, now over 8, maybe closer to 10 years ago. And maybe you guys get a sneak peek into my long-term portfolio. Maybe, right? So subscribe, follow along. We'll see you in tomorrow's cool video and Sunday Stock Talk, and then right here bright and early on Monday morning to trade live at market open. So hope you guys all have a great weekend. Go out there and do something fun, do something different, challenge yourself, or just get out there and get some sunlight. And we will all see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.